Tumble, meaning to fall suddenly, clumsily, or headlong. Example: she tumbled down the stairs but wasn't hurt. Stumble, meaning to trip or lose one's balance, almost falling. Example: he stumbled over a rock while hiking. Trample, meaning to step heavily on something, causing damage or injury. Example: the crowd trampled the flowers as they rushed to the stage. Tremble, meaning to shake involuntarily, typically as a result of anxiety, excitement, or frailty. Example: her hands trembled as she spoke in front of the large audience. Tilt, meaning to move or cause, to move into a sloping position. Example: he tilted his head to listen better. Squat, meaning to crouch or sit with knees bent and heels close to or touching the buttocks or back of the thighs. Example: she squatted down to pick up the dropped coins. Clench, meaning to close into a tight ball, especially as a manifestation of extreme anger. Example: he clenched his fists in frustration. Pound, meaning to strike or hit heavily and repeatedly. Example: she pounded on the door, demanding to be let in. Embrace, meaning to hold someone closely in one's arms, especially as a sign of affection. Example: they embraced after being apart for so long. Trip, meaning to catch one's foot on something and stumble or fall. Example: he tripped over the wire and nearly fell. Descend, meaning to move or fall downward. Example: the airplane began to descend toward the runway. Ascend, meaning to go up or climb. Example: they ascended the mountain slowly and carefully. Grab, meaning to seize suddenly and roughly. Example: he grabbed her arm to pee. Did he prevent her from falling? Shove, meaning To push someone or something roughly. Example: he shoved the heavy box into the corner. Flutter meaning: to move with a light, quick, irregular motion. Example: the butterfly fluttered around the garden. Mumble meaning: to speak quietly and unclearly, making it difficult to be understood. Example: he mumbled something under his breath. Creep meaning: to move slowly and carefully to avoid being noticed. Example: she crept silently into the room. Patch meaning: to mend or strengthen a piece of material by putting a piece over a hole or weak spot. Example: he patched the hole in his jeans. Flatten meaning: to make or become flat or flatter. Example: she used a rolling pin to flatten the dough. Poke meaning: to jab or prod with a finger or a sharp object. Example: he poked the fire with a stick to make it burn more. Prick meaning: to make a small hole in something with a sharp point. Example: she pricked her finger on a thorn. Pierce meaning: to make a hole through something with a sharp instrument. Example: the needle pierced the fabric easily. Stab meaning: to thrust a knife or other pointed weapon into someone or something. Example: he stabbed the meat with a fork. Thanks for watching, and subscribe us for more Only English vocabulary.